Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 3rd of January. Wishing you all a very happy new year. So, Euro dollar, starting off from daily basis, you can see we saw this massive bearish engulfing candle yesterday. Well, part of the downward move we've seen on these candles is well, I say part of it, it's a relatively small, modest part of it really, is the effect of the Apple data coming out and leaving the Chinese traders in charge of looking after currencies, because it went absolutely mad last night. But there we go. Realistically, it was already in a downward trend, a strong downward trend anyway before the Apple data, but it didn't help the situation. I mean, this 12 o'clock bar you can see here on the euro dollar there was a solid downward bar, and we just saw some follow through. In fact, the euro was least affected. Now, where are we for today, or this morning should I say, more so? And well, it looks to me, I'm still a bit bearish, but there is data coming out which is more US based data and could give the US dollar a bit of a kick in, possibly. Now, the main figure, we've got the ADP non-farms data coming out at 1:15, which might see a bit of volatility around that if there's any vast differences from expectation. Expected coming at 179k, but the manufacturing data is what traders are now going to be watching a lot closer. It's really going to start looking at this US data more significantly for any ideas, and well, that's suggesting a drop. Now, I've been reading other people expecting it to come down. It's supposed to come out around about 57.7. There's a lot of forecasters, or some forecasters, is expecting it to come down lower than that, which may be the negative shock, which may soften the US dollar a little. We'll see. But for now, we've taken a bit of a bounce. There's probably no surprise. We've got the daily pivot just above us, but we've got some key moving averages. We just need to flick back to this 4 hourly. You can see the 8 moving, the 4 hourly 8, which is 200 more so that it's come off here, and well, that's the main one actually. It's come off. Now, if it can push on a little bit further and catch into that daily pivot, I will be looking at that sort of area, maybe as on the short side. We'll just see what happens when it gets there. If it may just push into 34, or may push up a little bit further, I'll just sit and wait. I'm not actually going to trade it back to that level, but I am expecting it to get to that level, so I'm still sitting more on the bearish side of things. But as I said, if it flies through there when it gets there later, I will stand aside and leave it, and then maybe look more on the bullish side if it gets beyond. Okay, that's the euro. The pound saw much more of a kicker on that move last night. It took it right into all the orders sitting there. They're probably the buy stops, or sell stops even. I don't know, we'll see. Probably but some of each. But anyway, there may be some stop hunting going on there, for sure. Yeah, but it's squeezed the shorts a little bit there on the retracement. Where to now? Well, I'm still sitting bigger picture bearish on these markets. I mean, you just need to come back to the weeklies on both the euro and the pound to see how soft this looks. And okay, yesterday it ran into upper band sort of territory, then sold off. I say yesterday, this week it has so far. It does look to me soft, but at the moment we're seeing this double bottom bounce sort of situation, which could take us back up. There is a daily pivot sitting above there, but at the moment we're just consolidating here. There's still the potential for it to run up to that daily pivot at some point, but the markets are weak. Brexit still looms. It doesn't look good. Okay, dollar yen. Well, the yen saw the biggest gain out of that move last night. In fact, it sort of really pushed this daily down even further. You see the sort of spike down on this 4 hourly chart. It was working its way down anyway, but all of a sudden, bang! It went ripped down there. it's recovered part of that now. Daily pivot still sits above again, so you're going to see this. It's almost it should be going the opposite way. If we're seeing the pound and the dollar strengthen, well, the yen in a sense should be selling off here. Dollar yen should be selling off, but if this was a rush to safety, these moves here, we may see the safety move. If the market starts getting a bit more liquid, etc., we might see this move to safety move away and see a bit more of a bounce. But at the moment, I'm not holding my breath there. It becomes very unreliable when it's like this, the dollar yen. Okay, Aussie dollar, well, again, we saw a huge pitch down there later in the trading session now on that 8 o'clock candle. It's recovered most of that now, that particular bar. Where we're heading for today, well, daily pivot is still above, and that's a possibility. It's just running into here, the 60.21, but as it does so often when the markets start livening up and reopening, it may just stifle it a little bit, but there's the potential for it to push up there. What's that, 60? It's about 30 pips there actually. It's quite a move potentially. Let's have a look. Canadian dollar. So the Canadian dollar's been pretty much doing. You look at the weeklies now, it's right up to my 886 target now. That's pretty much polished off, but there's still the potential for it to push into these previous highs here. So with oil coming off, it's not helped the Canadian dollar over the last few days, weeks. Pushing up strong at the moment. Consolidated on the 4-hourly it looks, but the amount of taps it's had at that 36.65 area, it could see that broken soonish. Very messy when you get down to this 60-minute time frame, and very difficult to even consider a trade on it, it would seem. Daily pivot is untouched below. It may run down towards that if we see some strength coming through these markets, but I think it could just as easily chop, so I'd be steering clear of that. Okay, that's pretty much it. Not the most of decisive markets. Perhaps the euro, the pound still look more likely options of where we may get trades. As I said, I'd prefer this daily pivot to be hit on the euro first. If it doesn't get hit, well, there may be a continuation trade to be had to the downside, but I'll just let's see what happens post 8 o'clock. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.